Send Help was the blast that we all hoped it would be. Let's do the spoiler-free, no-hype review. What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I'm the only person talking horror on the internet. Nearly 17 years since his last horror feature, director Sam Raimi returns to the genre with Send Help, the tale of Linda Little, a planning and strategy specialist adjusting to her newly appointed boss. En route to Bangkok, the plane that they're on experiences engine failure. They, the only two survivors, get stranded on a desert island. There's your movie. Alrighty, let's bring this up to break this down. Sam Raimi is in top form here, presenting a film that's fun, consistently engaging, and transcendent of genre. He's taken all that he's learned from his billion-dollar filmography and applied it right back into the genre that gave him his start. He's got a very clear grasp on what he wants from his actors, how he wants his shots composed, and probably most importantly, how to keep horror fans engaged. Because I'll be honest with you, I spent a good amount of time wondering if Send Help was a horror movie. Rest assured it is. Every time that you start thinking that you just got bait and switched into some awkward pseudo rom-com, he throws in a subtle nod that says, just hang tight. This is going where you want it to. I'm not gonna crash it before landing. 13 out of 15. Having nothing to play off of except for one another, Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien both crush their characters. McAdams as Linda Little delivers possibly her most memorable performance since her banner year in 2004. She's vulnerable, she's unsure of herself, but she also has this underlying fervor that you feel building throughout the film, but you're left wondering, how is this ultimately going to release? O'Brien conversely plays against type as a smug little prick. It's McAdams' film, but he excels in his own right. 14 out of 15. The screenplay from Freddy vs. Jason, Friday the 13th reboot, and Baywatch writers Mark Swift and Damian Shannon is more than passable. There's not really quotable dialogue and maybe a few moments that they thought would be quotable that fell a little flat. I had some issues with Linda finding her strength a little bit too quickly. I think that they needed a few more beats before she started taking the leaps that she did. And maybe they worked themselves into some pitfalls in this dynamic that this setting would inevitably lead to. But there's really nothing to be mad at. Typically, this type of movie should top out at about 90 minutes. So to say that it goes for nearly 2 hours without overstaying its welcome is a testament to a well-written screenplay. 11 out of 15. Is it scary? No. Straight up, no. It has some gore, it has some gross, it has some suspense, but nobody's going to be getting nightmares from watching Send Help. But I really don't think that it's that type of horror movie. I'm almost tempted to give it a not applicable just because I don't want to hurt its score, but horror fans are going to show up for this. There will be people looking for scares, and this isn't that movie. 2 out of 10. Aesthetically, there's a lot of choices that I like. Obviously, the tropical setting is beautiful, but there's other things like the way that McAdams' beauty is played down from the beginning, dressing her in frumpy clothes, having her wear shades of lipstick that don't work with her skin tone, but she finds her confidence throughout the movie, and her beauty naturally reveals itself along with that. On the flip side, there's some subpar CGI, and like way subpar for a movie that has a $40 million budget. And also, go with me on this, the thing as a whole maybe looks a little bit too clean. Like, Send Help isn't so much from the director of Evil Dead and Darkman as it is from the director of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Oz the Great and Powerful. They're all solid flicks, but I think you understand there's a difference. 7 out of 10. The story was good. It had nice touches and some unique beats. There's a fair amount of twists that you don't see coming, making the characters ever evolving or progressively revealing themselves right up until the end of the movie. 7 out of 10. So the kills were solid, but they were scant. What you do get is 100% signature Sam Raimi when you get it, but you're not going to get a body count on a desert island. I feel 6 out of 10 is fair. Originality, Desert Island Survival is well-worn territory, but they found a way to make this version fully their own. It has some similarities to other films, but it has fully carved out its own niche. I can't name for you another movie that it's exactly like. 4 out of 5. As for rewatchability, I think Send Help is an easy watch. It doesn't demand constant attention, but it gives you rewards for doing so. The characters are lovable and hateable in the ways that you want to love and hate them, and overall it's just a nice film to look at. 4 out of 5. Enjoyability, I had a lot of fun with Send Help. If you're a gore hound or if you want the shit scared out of you, maybe it's not your flick. But if you're just looking to turn your brain off for a little bit and be entertained for a couple of hours, it's hard to top. 5 out of 5. So overall, these add up to a possible 100 points, and when I chainsaw this off, your Massa score for Send Help is 73 out of 100 points. Despite its lighter tone, its ability to surprise and entertain made it more than a fun watch that would serve as perfect gateway horror. Even as a gateway for those people that have sworn off the genre. It's currently my 3rd favorite of the 8 horror movies that I've watched in 2026, and I will be adding it to my collection. Kindred Spirits, May, Misery, and Swept Away. But not this shitty Madonna version like the original Italian version. That's all I got for you, cretins. That's gonna do it for today, creeps. Let me know if you saw Send Help and what you thought of it right over here. And as always, this is all just a matter of opinion. See it yourself, make your own decisions, remain critical, support horror.